Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're doing a what do I need to know, connect with the ancestors, the angels, the spiritual teams message. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe already and show you girls some love. If you don't follow me on Instagram, please follow me there, because there I do daily readings. So yeah, let's get into today's reading. We have 3 piles. And I'm going to be using the Radiant, what is this deck called? The Radiant Y Spirit Tarot as well, one of my favourite decks. I should know the name off by heart then, shouldn't I? Anyway, let's get stuck in it and see what's what. Pile number 1, we have Summer, Bask in Joy and Light. Pile number 2, we have Mirror Guardian, Take Time to Reflect. Pile number 3, we have Shaolin Master, probably butchered how I said that as well. Be graceful in movement and action. So I'm going to give you a moment to see which card resonates, and then we're going to get stuck in. I just totally messed up my thing. So let's get stuck in and see what's happening for pile number 1. Pile number 1, straight away picking up that a lot of you could be coming out of a dark night of the soul kind of situation, and you found the light in the darkness, which is fantastic. I feel like a lot of you have been working extremely hard, but you were questioning if like it's worth it. Yes the fuck it is. Yes the fuck it is. Like, you will get to taste the fruit of your own labour. If you aren't already, you will very soon. You're being asked to keep an open mind and keep things playful, but not in like an immature way, but in a innocent wow kind of way, you know? Like, not in a play-in game kind of way, but in allowing your mind to expand and enjoy and see the beauty in the trials and errors, or just tasting coffee in the morning, waking up, you know, like seeing the beauty in everything. Just got a random message about someone. I don't know if you're in a relationship with someone. That's weird. Maybe you're in a relationship with someone and you feel like it might be kind of sizzling out a little bit, or like there's a lot of stress on the relationship, and you're being asked to go back to the reason why you kind of fell in love in the first place, or what attracted you them in the first place. I know they say like the same things that people love, they end up hating, but yeah, I don't think it's that. I feel like there's just a miscommunication. I feel like, I don't know, something is slightly bent or slightly out of alignment, but all it takes is for you to remember the why when it comes to this relationship with someone. Let's see what else is coming in for pile number 1. You may actually have someone that's got their eye on you, looking in your direction, trying to get a taste of that honey, you know. They're trying to get a little tasty. Yeah, I'm really picking up on like, just enjoy your connections. Like, don't put too much strain and stress. This feels like something totally different. I don't know. Let me just Like, enjoy your connections. There doesn't have to be a routine. There doesn't have to be a this and that, you know. It doesn't have to. Just enjoy the person, enjoy their energy. Or if that energy ain't for you, move the fuck on, you know. Stop trying to fix people and just accept people for who they are. And if in that acceptance of someone, it doesn't resonate with you, then bye, you know. Like, there doesn't need to be so much. I don't know what this energy is. It's just like a dense energy around connections with people. Accept people for who they are, and once in accepting people, if you don't resonate with them, then instead of changing them, just go about your business. Because I'm sure when you first met this person, or whoever this represents, right, or your whatever connection it is, you enjoyed them once upon a time. So what changed? Can you accept this person for who they are? Do you need them to change? Or do you need to step back and maybe like take a look at yourself and what it is you're fighting for? Okay, so let's see what else is coming in, because that was just a total random, don't know where that came from. Power number 1. You can definitely, in whatever this situation represents for you, you can definitely take back your power anytime that you want. Sometimes, like, we can get so caught up in something or someone or a situation, a job, whatever we put our time and energy in, that we start giving away our power. We start getting tired, you know, and then we're just like, God, you know what, just get it over and done with. And it becomes from something fun to something that you feel like you've constantly got to fight against, or you've constantly got to come up against. Take your power back. The Ace of Wands is saying, like, take your power back in this situation. Like, we get to choose what we want to do. The choice is always ours. And I feel like there's this energy, right? And I'm trying to figure out what this energy is. It's like, if you're in a situation, the dark night of the soul, or whatever this dense energy represents, I feel like this summer card is like, 1, if you can't see the light, maybe you are the light. Yeah, that's 1. And 2, there's like this heavier energy, and it's like you can't see what's around you. I feel like you're just in this fast-paced, not really paying attention, like on the go, always ready to battle. And I feel like this Page of Swords, all he's trying to do is just take in his surroundings. He's trying to, like, he's got his skill, right? He knows what he knows. And he's just trying to have some fun with it, you know. This Knight of Swords guy is ready to battle, but this Page of Swords is just like, oh my God, look, I've got a sword. Let me swing it. Let me play with it. Let me see what I can do. But this guy is just like, yeah. Say what, bitch? We're going down. It's in Chinatown. Like, what is happening? And notice, like, in these 2 cards, how everything here is just so soft and everything here is just so harsh. Like the lines, the colours. And this guy is just like, birds are flying, clouds are fluffy, colours are softer. And maybe you're being asked to be softer. Maybe you have your guard up. Maybe the choice in taking your power back is to take a step back and to really evaluate if you're coming from the Knight of Swords or the Page of Swords. And from what I can feel sitting here in this energy, It feels more Knight of Swords. There is beauty in every situation, and I know that sounds really fucked up considering some of the stuff that we go through in life. And one of my things that I really learned myself is that every lesson is a blessing. It might not feel like it right now in this very second, but I can guarantee you, and maybe by summer next year, you're going to realize that whatever this situation is, this dense energy that I'm picking up, maybe you're going to realize by summer next year that it was really a blessing. You know, stepping back, seeing things for what they are, accepting people, accepting situations. It feels like there needs to be some acceptance for pole number one. I feel like there's a lack of acceptance, lack of acceptance in self and lack of acceptance in the situation or a person. I don't deny that you guys have really strong energy. We can see that here with the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Wands, because this is that big dick energy. So we can tell that you've got that strong energy, but I feel like the energy is just very misdirected at the moment. And I feel like I just said this as well. Like, going back to like the Page of Swords energy, like, you know what you know. Like, have fun with what you know. It doesn't always have to be like on guard, let's fight, or it doesn't always have to be like a I'm doing this, by the way, like a confrontation or something you've got to come up against. Like, learn to dance the dance. If something's coming at you, move out the fucking way. You don't always have to have your sword up ready to, like, just move out the way. Learn to dance. I feel like pole number one, like, I feel like I'm getting all these weird different, like, messages and stuff around, and I'm just like, but what? It's like a relationship and connection, and then on the other side it's like acceptance and finding light in all situations. Like, when you accept someone for who they are, it really is a beautiful thing, because nobody is perfect. You don't need to change anybody. We naturally grow anyway. Like, you don't need to force change on someone, and I don't feel like this person's going to change unless they want to change anyway. So why not just enjoy them? You don't always have to see eye to eye to have great connections with people. Some of the best connections you can have is with someone that's totally opposite from you. That's how you learn. That's how you get educated. I do want to draw on another message that's coming in as well, is that someone really does have their eye on you, and they are going to come in like full force for you. They do have this energy, you know what we're saying, the big dick energy, and they're coming directly for you, and you might just be like so unaware. You're too busy in your own little world, but this person does kind of like come in fast and hard, and it's just like, you're mine, I want you. What are we doing? Where are we going? Let's do this. I'm also hearing work hard, play hard. Like, what's the point in working hard if you're not going to enjoy what you've been working hard for? I'm getting a cycle again around like summertime next year. You're going to realize something by summertime. Maybe that's when you're going to start tasting the fruit of your own labor, or maybe that's when, like, you know, like there's always a process of healing, and maybe summertime is when you realize that, like, whatever this is, like, this is a blessing. This is This is a lesson. It is a blessing. It's both. Yeah, I really can't shake this dense energy. I don't know what's going on for pile number 1, but it's like, shake it off. Like, it sounds so easy to say, right? But shit. You're being asked to bask in the joy and the light. Not fight and like... It feels like, you know, when you're just constantly coming up against something. Pile number 1, I'm going to try and sum it up because I feel like I'm just repeating myself now. You're being asked to look at things from a different lens. You're being asked to accept yourself and others for who they are. And if you are trying to change someone, people only change if they want to change. Yeah, that's like, you can't force someone to change. They will change if they want to. Accept them for who they are. If it doesn't resonate with you, like if you accept them and it's just not for you, it's not for you. There's plenty more things out here that are for you. There is someone that has their eye on you, and they will be coming in hard and fast for you. You are being asked to take back your power as well. You get to decide what you want to do. And you may be in your own little world, but in your own little world is a world that you've created. So why not be in your own little world, you know? But in that own little world, instead of it being like dense and confined and like, I don't know, it just feels very dense and like constantly hitting walls. Like, dance the dance. I just keep hearing like, dance the dance. Of life. Not just like learn to dance, you know, yeah, you can dance and have fun or whatever, but like learn how to dance with the rhythms and the cycles of life and not to get caught up in them. So pile number 1, I feel like yours is a crazy one this week. Let me know if that resonated at all in the comment section below, and let's see what's happening for pile number 2. Pile number 2 this week is all about self-reflection. I feel like something came in recently and has totally caught you off guard. It's probably made you question what you believe in who you are and all that kind of stuff. You know how it goes sometimes, right? Something can come into your life and then all of a sudden like you question your own existence. And that's perfectly fine. That's how we grow. And this week, excuse me, wow. This week definitely is a week for self-reflection for pile number 2. Some of you as well, I'm just going to the blue here in the fact that I literally just, my throat just went totally fucked up just then. You may be having a lot of throat issues. So this could be around talking your truth or even knowing what your truth is at the moment. Let's see what's happening for pile number 2. What else is going on for pile number 2? Yeah, see, you're definitely, I feel like pile number 2, you're definitely questioning your faith and what you believe in and who you are and what your truth is and what you believe and all kinds of stuff like that this week. I feel like the good thing about this energy is that it isn't long lasting. It feels like you might have just come up against something that goes against your beliefs, and it's kind of making you question yourself and what you believe in, and do you believe in this, and what your truth is. Are you ready to speak your truth? What is your truth? Yeah, this week for you guys is definitely about finding yourself. Like, I'm going to repeat, I feel like something kind of came in recently and kind of turn your world upside down a little bit, and now you are kind of like questioning your faith and questioning yourself and what you believe in and who you are and what are you doing here, what is the point of your existence, what is your purpose, like all of these questions that are fucking brilliant, right? Like these are good questions to have, because this is where you start to learn about who you are, what you're doing here, why you're in what you're in. Finding balance within the self, between masculine and feminine, because we are both energies. Unconditional love for the self, because once you can love yourself this way, then you can start loving other people this way too. It really does all start with us, and I feel like pile number 2, this is a big week for you when it comes to self. Up your self game, up your self-care game. Make time for yourself every single day. I'm really drawn to like the wings here of this lady, this angel, or whatever she is representing here. That like stretch them out a little bit, because they're not in use at the moment. Like spread your wings a little bit, get a taster. Like stretch. You know how good it feels to stretch, right? When you wake up in the morning and you stretch, or you've been sitting for hours and you stretch, it feels really good, right? Like do the same with yourself. Like stretch out a little bit, expand a little bit, push the boat out. Stretch when it comes to yourself. Maybe the reason why you are kind of like questioning yourself and whatever is because maybe you've come up against a relationship that is that is like a soulmate relationship, right? And this relationship has kind of shown you things that you didn't know even existed. You could be dealing with like a Taurus or a water sign. Maybe this relationship is showing you your worth, right? Maybe you thought that you only deserved this or that or whatever, but now this relationship, this connection with someone, it doesn't have to be a partner, it can be a soulmate comes in many forms. And this connection that you have with someone is really making you understand who you are and what your worth is. And you're being encouraged to speak your truth, to be authentic to yourself and express from that place. Because I feel like the more that you aren't being authentic, the more you're going to suffer. Like your throat might start fucking up. And I want to say this as well, like when you do start speaking your truth, like it takes time to find your voice, right? Especially if you've been in silence. And, you know, some of us go through a period of silence and solitude, and we don't speak much, and, you know, and finding your voice can be hard. The voice is deeper than just vocal cords. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, your heart's involved, your solar plexus, like everything. Have you ever noticed, like, when some people talk and it hurts when you listen? But when other people talk, you feel it. And you feel it because that's their truth. It's coming from their soul. It's coming from, like, the pit of their stomach. And it takes time to find that voice. You might start speaking and your voice shakes. And, you know, you start doubting yourself. But speak anyway. Say what you've got to say anyway. Because the only way you're going to find your voice is to fucking speak. I'm not triggered at all. I'll take that advice myself. You know, all of these messages are messages for me too, so I'm taking that. Finding your voice, I'm going back to the voice. Finding your voice, you are going to find it. You are going to speak your truth. But I feel like you just need to find what that truth is at the moment. And I feel like this week for pile number 2 is all about finding out who you really are. Because, you know, we can be out here and we can say, oh, you know, I've done a lot of work and I've been healing and stuff, but are you being authentic? Are you coming from a place of truth? Are you fully expanded in your vocal cord area? you know? Does your throat feel tight? Are you holding on to a lot of suppressed anger, emotion? Because that's where we store a lot of our suppressed emotions, right? In our throat. If you are experiencing any throat issues like throat chakra blockages or coughing, neck aches, dry throat, whatever. You know how it goes when you're working with chakras, right? If your throat is off or your throat feels dry or you've got a cough or your sinuses are fucked and all that kind of stuff, keep going. Like, just push through it. Clear your throat. Blow your nose. Keep going. Don't give a fuck. Don't underestimate, right? Like, it takes courage and power and self, like, just to bring yourself fully. So I get it. Like, it does take time. You do have to reflect. But you're also being asked to, like, that's going back to that stretching energy, like, stretch. Clear your throat. Sing. Talk. Start conversations. Don't worry about rejection or awkwardness. And most of the time, to be honest, let's be real, you can tell a lot more about someone's silence than when they're actually flapping their gums as well. So, you know, silence is always good too. Like listening, when I talk, sorry, let me explain what I'm saying. When I'm talking about silence, I'm talking about trusting your intuition, trusting yourself. If you are in a situation where, like, you feel awkward and there's, like, awkward silences, listen to that, trust that. If you feel brave enough, because let's face it, if there's an awkward silence, most of the time we want to know why, especially if, like, you've got a mind that wants to question everything, you know, like, are you good? Are we good? What's going on? Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a connection. Let's see what's going on. No matter how awkward it gets. Pile number 2, this is definitely, I'm going to round it up, a week of self-reflection. I wouldn't be surprised if this week your throat is totally fucked. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, you're questioning your whole existence and what you're here and what you're doing and all this kind of stuff. But those are brilliant questions. Those are the questions that we actually need to be fucking asking. If we're going to be real here, those are the questions we need to be asking. You may be asking around faith, connection. You are going to find your voice. But in finding your voice, you have to speak. Maybe look up how to, you know, like the throat chakra and how to take care of it and what to do and stuff like that, because we've got the Queen of Cups here. So she's all about self-care. She's all about putting her needs first. She's all about self-love and, you know, nurturing and stuff like that. So what can you do to help your dry throat? What can you do to release blocked up emotion that's stored in the throat? This is a big week for you guys and I'm excited. I know you probably don't feel excited right now, but I feel like this is a very exciting situation, especially when you come out at the end of it. When you start speaking your truth, listen, this 2 of Cups here, you will find your tribe. But you've got to find yourself first and you've got to speak your truth, because if we're not speaking our truth, then we're not going to attract the people that are our people. Pile number 2, let me know if that resonated for you in the comment section below. And let's see what's happening for pile number 3. Be graceful in movement and action. Pile number 3, I always feel like you're being called out. I always feel like you're being called to take action. Some kind of action of some sort, should I say. And I'm getting this this image of not moving from your mind, but moving from like your hips, your, you know, like your lower three chakras, your root chakra, your sacral and your solar plexus. Move from instinct, move from creativity, move from like self-discipline. Because we all know that these Shaolin masters, they're disciplined as fuck. This isn't head energy. This is like in the moment, present energy. Moving from a place of now instead of a place of what if and this could be and whatever else. For some of you as well, I got this image, it's quite cute actually, of stiffness. You might be stiff. Maybe you haven't been moving much. Maybe you've been very still. Or you've had a time of isolation where you haven't actually done much. And I mean, let's face it, in the last 2 fucking years with what's been going on in the world, most of us haven't really been out doing anything anyway, right? But like, I see stiffness and you're being asked to get up and maybe choose something like Qigong or Tai Chi. You know, like when you see the martial arts and it's like slow movements, but it's movement, but it's fluid. Like, shake off the stiffness, get moving. For you guys as well, like, I don't know if you can notice, but I've been doing this reading, but all of a sudden in pile number 3, congestion. Just a very congested energy. I'm not taking this, sorry. This week is about working on yourself. It is about, like, because we've got the 9 of Pentacles, right? And yes, we can say this is all the self-employment card, which is just basic bitch knowledge of tarot, right? But it also tells you about how much time she invests in herself. It tells you about how good her health is, because she's only got to where she's got because she's invested in herself. Invested in her health, getting herself motivated. And with this guy up here as well, he's like, move, bitch. Well, he's not, because obviously he's chill. But he is in motion. He does move effortlessly. See the Temperance as well. Like, yeah, like self-care. Pouring back into yourself, taking care of yourself. And this guy right here, the Page of Wands, he talks about like moving from the heart, from passion. He's admiring his tool. He worked hard to get to where he's at. He knows how to use his tools. He's admiring it. He's making sure that his tool is well kept. He doesn't move from uncertainty. This guy moves because he moves with purpose. He moves from a place of love. He moves from a place of instinct. He moves from a place of confidence. Like, even with the colours, right? You've got yellow, orange, red, and green, which is the heart. So you've got the lower 3 chakras right here in this card and in this card too. We've got the 2 extra cups here. Yes, this may not have worked for you, but there's still opportunities right behind you, right there. So maybe it is about like dusting off the dusting off the cobwebs. Jesus, put my teeth in. Dusting off the cobwebs. Getting back into motion. I just keep seeing like very like Qigong, very like slow movement to like ease up the joints and get yourself back into the flow of things. Dusting off the cobwebs. Moving but graceful and peaceful and just gliding. Just gliding, taking it with ease, going where you're just, you know, where you're pulled, where your intention, or not your intention, your intuition is being pulled to. You guys, I feel like I say this to you guys all the time. It is about motion now. The past is done with. What's that saying? Is it don't cry over spilt milk? Just pick these two cards. I can't. Pile number 3. Like, just put my teeth in. Pick up the 2 cups. Pick them up. And let's get in motion. Even the Temperance, right? She's in motion too. I shouldn't say she, because it's angelic, so there is no he, she. It just is. But even the motion between the 2 cups, right? There's movement. There's self-care. I feel like this is a very pay attention to your health kind of reading for this week. Like finding your groove. You know how Stella got her groove back? But not just in a relationship, but just in life. I feel like this week is about finding your own groove again. Finding your own flow. Finding your own flow. That's all I'm seeing. Feels very health conscious. Pile number 3. I feel like this week is about finding your flow. It's about your health, like dusting off the cobwebs. Moving, but moving just easy, you know? Not stiff anymore, like knocking that stiffness out. And just, so I'm literally sitting here. If you can see my hands doing all weird stuff, I'm literally just sitting here, just like moving from side to side, getting my flow on. Pile number 3. I'm just going to sum it up because all I keep seeing is movement and gliding and just like going with the flow, going with yourself, finding your own flow again. So this week, pile number 3, again, it's about finding your own flow, dusting off the cobwebs, even literally looking up on YouTube. It's 11:11 by the way while I'm recording this. Going onto YouTube and finding maybe some Tai Chi or Qigong videos that allow you to, you know, knock off the stiffness and get back into the flow and move effortlessly. If you do come up against any trials and errors or whatever, you're not being asked to battle, you're being asked to like move through the situation and not like meet it with combat, but meet it with grace. There's a bridge right here as well, so whatever these cups represent, it's time to literally walk over the bridge. What's that saying? Build a bridge and get over it? Sounds harsh, I know. I actually used to laugh at that because I used to find it hysterically funny for some stupid reason. But yeah, build a bridge and get over it. You still got these 2 amazing cups here. You've got 2 amazing cups there. You've got this guy that's taking care of his tools. Looking after himself, his tools, making sure that his tools ready for action. You've got this girl here taking care of herself, her health. So pile number 3. I'm going to leave it there. Let me know if it resonates in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.